Hey there, adventurers. Damien the DM here with a quick note about this episode. This episode was remastered and re-released in 2021 as part of an ongoing remaster project. The audio has been recut and music, ambience, and sound effects have all been revamped. Thank you so much to all of our Patreon supporters who have helped make this possible. Now let's get on with the show. This episode of Adventures in Aurelia is brought to you by Gabe and Jeff of Interparty Conflict. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, go to adventuresinaurelia.com/Patreon. Hello, and welcome to Adventures in Aurelia, a podcast where 5 friends sit around the table and record themselves playing Dungeons & Dragons. I'm Damien, and I'm the DM.
I'm Krista, and I play Ariel, who is a divine soul sorceress. I'm
Chris, and I play Rem, a human paladin.
I'm Chantel, and I play Kenina, a tiefling sorceress.
And I'm Caitlin. I play Nixie, a gnome bard.
And as these intros might give away, we are playing our new campaign arc, the first leg of our Erylian Epic campaign. So, normally we would have a plug here. And this episode, I'm going to plug us.
Woohoo! Shameless self-promotion!
Because one thing that I would really love listeners to do is, if they're liking what we're doing, to share our episode, tell some friends, get some more people into this crazy D&D adventure that we do.
Word of mouth is the best way to share our brand.
Steal your friends' phones, put it on there. Steal your parents' phones, put it on there. Your parents don't even know about it anyway.
And email us at feedback@adventuresinaurelia.com. Please, I'd like to hear from you guys, because sometimes I feel like we produce this for ghosts, because I see the download numbers, they keep going up, but I've only heard from like 3 of our listeners ever.
You've heard from people?
Aww.
Yeah, we got Gabe, and then I got a coworker that listens, and I got Gabe. Gabe listens. Dave from Four Orbs said that he's catching up on us right now. So let's move into our story after that shameless promotion that went a little longer than expected. You guys are all in Riven's Guild of Adventures. You're in the guild hall. You guys completed your last major mission for the guild,
having only lost 50% of the party.
Yet you guys had a lot of other fledgling members from the guild that you lost along the way, but you were able to pull through just fine, losing your somewhat leader, Karim, right at the end on the home stretch from some bugbears that attacked from out in the woods. But you brought back this axe that, upon presenting to the guild leaders, you learned was extremely evil. It gave off a very evil aura. And for now, they have confiscated it, and you guys have some time kind of to yourselves and have elected to track down the makers of some amulets that you guys found while rooting through the caves.
We're heading to Dwarven lands.
Yes, your current goal was to head up to Sterengeld, which is a dwarven stronghold up in the north, which is going to involve hopping on a boat and sailing from Riven up the coast to the north. But you guys had your debrief, and it's night, and all of you are returning to your rooms.
When do we get on the boat?
You guys get on the boat when, as a group, you decide to get on the boat. You could get on the boat tomorrow. You could get on the boat in a week.
We should probably talk about this.
Probably, 2 sessions from now.
I believe we had said we wanted like a couple days last time because we wanted to sell our stuff and then recollect and then leave.
I would like to sleep.
Well, it sounds like Nixie wants to grab everyone before you all return to your rooms.
I just wanted to see when we were going to get on the boat.
Grab your party members and have a conversation.
Apparently Rem's already asleep.
Grouchy Rem doesn't care 2 shits of what everybody else is
He's
doing.
at half health, beat up. He'd like to go sleep for a little while. He just spent the last few days in a cave.
I guess we could talk in the morning. Nixie's gonna go play a set at the tavern, because that's how she relaxes.
And seeing that Nixie's on her way out, Kenina will go ahead and follow her.
Ariel's probably tagging along with Nina then.
So Rem immediately goes to pass out the grunchy old bastard.
Old man.
And the three of you make your way to the nearby tavern.
Yep.
Wow, guys, I can't believe we completed our first mission.
I can't believe we're all alive.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Would you go to the nearest bar, the nearest tavern to the guild hall?
Depends. Is the nearest tavern the one that we previously had a performance at?
Probably.
We go to the next one.
Sure, spread the love.
Are you going to a higher class, middle class?
Probably the second closest one to the guild, so probably, I'm guessing, would it be like middle class then?
Well, would you steer away from like you're in a big like merchant and seafaring city, so you have kind of a mix of like higher class ritzy merchant class establishments, and then you have things that are clearly geared more towards the sailors and the boat workers.
One of those. Those sound fun.
I mean, Nixie's kind of making the plan here, so you're gonna lead towards one of these kind of lower sailory type ones.
Yeah, they tend to give better tips.
A little bit more of a rambunctious crowd. They like to get into estimate.
They're drinking.
Yeah, they're drunk.
They're drunk.
Tipping.
So you make your way to a bar that is the Fisherman's Hook. Riven's built on a bay, and it sits kind of by a big fishing pier on the like bay side of the town. So you're like on the inside of the bay in Riven.
Nixie, I don't know, makes arrangements with the barkeep to play?
Question mark?
I don't know if he's gonna make me roleplay asking to play. It's something that I've kind of always just said, I get up on stage and I play.
Is Nixie just going to get on to the stage and start pulling out her fiddle?
Yes.
Okay.
Kenina will start clapping and be like, break a leg, Nixie!
Nixie, as you get up on stage and start uncasing your fiddle, tuning, playing a couple notes, a few of the bar's patrons turn your way. You can see some quizzical looks on their faces. The bar itself was kind of loud. There wasn't any previous music playing. You didn't just try and steal the stage from anybody. So you've got some quizzical sailor types kind of eyeing you across the bar. No one's really kind of gathered in front of you as this happens. They just kind of turn and, oh, she's gonna play.
How's the lighting?
Terrible.
I'm gonna use light and put a spotlight on her.
Ding!
Yep.
This actually draws a lot more attention as suddenly
You're
a
welcome.
bright light shines over the stage, and people that weren't already looking turn and look at the bar.
I'm sure Kenina's just like the lone one clapping and cheering, be like, you can do it! Woo!
So even before she's played a single note, Kenina's already over there just like, yay!
Pretty much.
This is actually probably Ariel's first time listening, going to one of her performances.
Probably, yeah.
I think I always went to my room.
Yeah, you've only been, you got here like a day before your mission, so you've only been around to go to like one show and you opted out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were kind of secluding yourself away. And then now that we've been through our adventures together, you decided to tag on. I'm sure if
She's
you
warming
didn't,
up.
then Nina would have probably dragged you along anyways.
She figured she would keep you from grabbing her wrist and just tag along.
What kind of music are you choosing to play for these people?
Raucous and loud.
Go ahead and roll said proposed performance check with advantage.
You've got a spotlight!
Oh boy, this is gonna go well.
Uh-oh.
Can I turn in my DM's inspiration for another one?
That bad? Okay, yeah.
That's a lot worse.
Oh no!
No.
Oh
The
no!
angle I was looking at, it looked like a 19, but 13 then.
As you're playing, a few people come over to the table that Ariel and Kenina are at and sit down with their mugs of ale. But you're noticing that a lot of the bar is kind of turned and gone back to their conversations and back to their drinks. And one of the patrons that has joined you guys leans on the table and just, you know this girl?
Oh yeah, she's our best buddy. She's really good. You're gonna love her stuff.
Really good, you say?
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree, but
Well, we've been away for a while, so she's just getting back into the flow. She's been more.
takes a long draw while you're talking. Well, we've heard worse, haven't we? Yeah, I've heard worse before.
Oh come on now, she's good. She'll get into the mood. Come on, Nixie, you can do it.
I'll take your word for it. And he puts his tank down, pulls out a long pipe, and starts packing some tobacco. Nixie, go ahead and give me another performance check, this time without advantage.
13 again.
These couple guys give you another song or two, and then you see them stand up. Well, I think we're gonna go find another bar to hang out in.
Oh no.
I don't think she'd keep playing.
Hey, you're not doing terrible, you're just not drawing a crowd like you were when you were rolling 25s.
Does there seem to be somebody there that seems to be like the head honcho of the joint, or the most popular table or anything like that? Like somebody, if we like got him encouraged to really join the music, that everybody would kind of get more interested.
You could go talk to the barkeep and make some sort of attempt. But Nixie, these couple guys are going to throw you a total of 3 silver into your fiddle case. You see them drain their mugs, leave them on the table with Ariel and Kenina, and head to the door.
Bye, guys.
Bye, I guess.
Kenina's gonna go ahead and walk on up and give Nixie 2 gold. Donate to her.
Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
No.
Okay.
She's like donating. She always gives to the cause.
How much does a mug of ale cost?
A few silver.
And how many people are there?
There are 7 other people in the bar after these guys have left.
Okay, so Ariel's gonna get up and go ring the bell.
So Ariel stands up and walks over to the physical bell that's
Yay.
up on the end of the bar. And patrons at the bar they don't really pay much attention as she walks towards the bar, but as she turns and walks to the bell itself, the eyes in the bar start going,
Before I ring it, I announce,
This round's on me if you go and take a look at my friend, enjoy her lively music, or something like that.
something along those lines. She gets up and says something along those lines and then rings the bell.
Roll me a persuasion check. Let's see how much you fumble over your words, since you're not actually coming up with something to say.
12.
You get up there, say your piece about let's go pay some attention to the person playing the fiddle at the front of the bar, and just start hammering on this bell, and they see her reach up for it, and it's like, yeah, free prayer. The bartender walks over to you. So you've rung the bell. What do you be buying for them all, huh?
A round of ale for everybody.
For everybody. Does everybody include me?
Sure.
He looks around. That'll run you about 2 gold.
Okay. I'm gonna give him 2 gold.
I thank ye for your business. Everybody, drinks are on her. Come get your free beer. He starts getting mugs ready.
I walk back over to the table that we're sitting pretty close to her, right?
Yeah.
And just start like clapping to the beat of her song. I don't sit though, I stand.
Yeah, so Kenina's probably standing as well after she kind of tipped her 2 gold, and she'll be like, oh, Nixie, I have a song request.
In total, only about there's 4 people that actually come over to the front of this stage. None of them sit. They all stand with their ale in hand, drinking from their mug.
Nina's gonna be like, play like a song that describes kind of what we did. Make our epic.
On the spot.
Yes.
I'm gonna go grab your beer or your ale and bring it up to you because you're one of the people.
Are you gonna feed it to me too?
In between songs, maybe you could get some drunken inspiration.
Nixie is going to finish her song and then chug her beer before continuing to.
That's my kind of girl right there. Flips 5 silver pieces into your fiddle case.
Woo.
It's basically just bought you another ale.
My characters have a history of being heavy drinkers, but also being really good at holding their liquor.
So the night carries on. I feel like it's not so much that Nixie starts doing better as the night goes on, but people start to drink more as the night goes on and some people start to really kind of groove with it. It might just be that she's not playing quite the music that this establishment would have wanted.
Nixie is, in true bard fashion, trying to come up with a song to explain their epic journey that they just went on.
All right, would you like to roll a performance check on that? How truthful is your tale?
Oh, it's flamboyant as all hell.
All right.
And I rolled a 23.
Go ahead and roll a deception with advantage.
Okay, well, that's a 19. So 23.
So the night is starting to draw out, and Nixie plays this long, epic tale, like a song that's taken 10 minutes to get across. And as it continues on, the people that were already there are like drawn in. The rest of the bar comes to the front to get a better hear of this story, realizing that she's not just playing a fiddle now, but she is telling a story of adventure and has really caught their ears. As you wrap up for the night, there's a large round of applause from everyone in the bar, including the barkeep at the back. And you end up making a grand total of 7 gold from all the patrons.
A grand total? So that includes the 2 that I already got from Kenina? Or
No, not counting what Kenina gave you. So a total of 9 then.
I made 9 gold and 8 silver tonight.
Nice.
And you guys are now going to make your way back to the guild hall. Rem,
Yeah.
you've returned to your room for the night, ready to take it easy and catch up on some much needed sleep.
Yep. Strip out of his armor, sit on the edge of his bed for a minute, kind of rub his face, his growing 7 o'clock shadow, and then he'll stare out the window for a minute, and then lay back in bed and pass out.
No prayer before bed tonight?
No.
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
That'd be an 8.
Rem, you fall asleep. You're having a very restless sleep. Tossing and turning, not getting a very good sleep. Like you're probably not going to feel as well rested as you wake up as you would like for having turned in so early. As you're sleeping, you start to have nightmares of your time back at the fort, of the time that the bandits overran your outpost and began killing all of the members that you were in charge of back then. As this dream fades out, you kind of fade into another dream, and now you are seeing you with your current party returning to Riven. You guys are walking through the woods, and you see a group of bugbears run out and maul Karam to death in front of you.
No.
You could have stopped this. And you wake up hearing that as your dream ends.
Like start away, sit up real quick, look around, take a minute to figure out where he is.
You're in your bed, probably covered in a cold sweat. Half of your covers are thrown off to the side.
He's just gonna sit on the edge of his bed and kind of put his head in his hands, and then just sit there for a minute, like still replaying that in his head, but trying to think of, like, if he missed something, or if he could have seen what was going on.
All right, go ahead and roll a religion's a skill. Roll a religion check.
That'd be a 6.
Though you can't fully place this, the voice sounds familiar, but you're not sure where you've heard it before.
But
Right at the end of your dream, that voice that you heard sounds vaguely familiar, but you're not sure where you've heard that.
okay,
Or why a seemingly unconnected voice would have spoken to you now that you vaguely remember hearing before.
After a few minutes, he'll stand up and walk over to the wash basin in the room and kind of splash his face with cold water.
And you have a window in your room, so you see that the sun is not quite risen yet.
It's just early morning.
It would be like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock.
Okay.
So the sky is just barely starting to get that bluer tinge instead of just a black sky above you.
After washing off his face and everything, he'll go back and light a candle and sit down in his bed again on the edge. He'll pull the book out of the pocket that he usually keeps it in and flip through it randomly.
What's in this book?
It's a journal. It's not even his, it's somebody else's, but so it's got pages of a guy talking about his life at the fort, being excited to be there, and then talking about things they did and people he knows. And then near the back is just a list of names that Rim has written into it. But several of the pages are actually, you can only read part of them or half of them, or unreadable at all, as they're completely coated and soaked with blood.
So you flip through this journal, flipping through the random pages.
Yeah, he's just kind of staring at it more than he's reading it. Like, he knows it back to front. Like, it's not a Bible, but it would be, he read it enough times that he knows it. And then the only thing that he's changed is in the back, there's pages of just a list of names. And that's, he'll sit there and kind of stare at it for a little while until morning comes.
So he's not going to go back to sleep.
I don't think he could right now.
Okay. So the 3 girls all return to the guild hall. How late do you think you guys would have stayed out?
Probably right around the time that Rem's waking up.
So you're probably coming back about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any sort of conversation along the way?
Beyond the usual, that was great, that kind of thing. I imagine we'd be a little tired, after we'd been out all day and getting back to town. And so this was just kind of to liven our spirits up a little bit.
Just, tired, drunk, giggling, sort of stuff.
So you all make your way to your rooms and
Pass out.
sleep through the night?
Ariel probably just follows suit, seeing what everybody else is doing and just copying, because this was a whole new experience for her.
Social interaction, oh my gosh.
She was enlightened in many ways.
Alcohol.
Kenina will just be like, oh, good night, guys. See you in the morning.
We sleep now?
So I imagine, having not gone back to sleep, Rem is just awake as the sun rises. Is he gonna head downstairs pretty much at the first sign of sunrise?
Yeah, as he hears the hustle and bustle of things picking up, he'll head downstairs, probably grab like a quick breakfast or something, maybe some oatmeal and some water, eggs, and then maybe go outside when it's still brisk and cool before the sun's fully come up and do like a light jog.
So is he gonna go out into the town?
No, he'd probably just stick around.
Wait, is he gonna go outside into town, or is he gonna jog around the training ground?
No, he'd probably go outside and do a jog from the front of the guild down the main street to the bridge and back again a couple times.
Okay.
Unarmored and everything.
And especially having not gone back to sleep, as you're jogging through the streets, you kind of are remembering all of the large crowd of people that was gathered out here in the middle of the night just a few days ago. The sound of the bell tolling, people up on the wall getting ready to fire arrows at an impending threat.
He's probably replaying a lot of images of not just that battle, but battles previous in his head, having flashbacks. It would take a lot to actually break him out of.
And this one would probably come across to him as a little lighter than the dream that he had before, because you guys were successful in fighting off the army that was trying to attack. The group of kobolds and goblins that were coming down upon the city were turned around, largely at Rem's lead.
Yeah, but a lot of the things that are going to pop out in his mind are the times that he didn't succeed, like the boulder that fell and the bugbears, the map going over the edge of the cliff,
The living map.
and the map bearer. But those times will pop out in his head, and he'll spend probably an unhealthy amount of time brooding over each of those. Each time kind of analyzing in his head what could he had done if he had been able to do something, if he missed something.
And slowly at each lap, there's more and more people entering the streets. When you start, there's less than a dozen people, but by the time you wrap up, there's a regular flow of people in and out of the city, heading down to the docks.
Yeah, so he'll head back into the guild once it's gotten busy.
Kind of eventually what would get him to stop is that there are too many people to really continue running.
Yeah, and then he'll go in and find a place to wash.
Yeah, there would be regular, like, community guild bathrooms or washrooms.
Just go and take a shower, whatever they have, bath, cold water.
And the rest of you all would sleep through the night and
Wake up at 2 p.m.
No, Kenina would probably get up fairly early, maybe like an hour later than she would normally get up, but she'd still get up in the morning, you know.
So
fairly
4
early.
o'clock.
So yeah, she'd probably go about her morning routines and stuff as she hears people kind of getting up and that kind of thing. Because Kenina needs to keep her exercise count.
is she going to head out on her own? Is she going to try and get any of the other girls?
No, she's used to kind of doing her morning routine, and she knows like other people like to sleep in, so yeah, she'll go down to the courtyard and probably do her laps around the courtyard, do her usual push-ups and all that kind of thing, and dodge a few things.
Kenina, the buffest sorcerer in the guild.
Pretty much. For those of you who don't know, she has a strength of 17.
And the rest of you?
Well, Ariel's usually waking up bright and early for morning prayers. However, she's not done the whole late night party thing. So she's probably really tired waking up as the sun is entering her room. So she does her just morning getting tidy, and I'd say she probably goes and gets breakfast while you're coming down.
So you guys only sleep for like 4 hours tonight then?
Pretty much.
Both of you go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Great.
Nixie's getting her full 8 hours.
19 plus 6. 25?
18.
So both of you surprisingly managed to come out of this slumber feeling largely okay. You'd feel a little groggy, but not enough to have to take a level of exhaustion today.
Well, like I said, like Kenina's used to being a light sleeper in my mind, so she's so full of energy. So she slept in a little bit.
So I think that while I'm eating breakfast, I probably would have seen you. So if Ariel saw you in the morning, she probably would have asked where you're going and asked to join you in training.
Oh, morning, Ariel. Yeah, it's I'm just going to do my morning training. Do you want to come along?
Training like physical workout or training like spells?
Both. You got to keep both the spells and the physical body up. Strong mind, strong spirit, all of that.
She looks at your abs. Yeah, I'd like to come and practice my spells. I'll try to do the body stuff, but I'm not sure I can keep up with you.
No problemo. We'll handle it. Well, let's go down.
Ariel and Kenina make their way out to the training grounds, lift some weights, do some stretches, do some crunches, throw a couple firebolts.
Ariel mimics Nina as much as she can.
Ariel, go ahead and roll just a strength saving throw.
Oh, great. 16.
You're doing a pretty good job at keeping up with most of Kenina's workouts because her daily routine probably doesn't involve like lifting to the max.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Kenina will probably just like help you out, like those like correct your posture like this a little bit, and then it'll be like wham.
Nixie, what do you do when you wake up? She slept for 8 hours. About 10 would be when she'd wake up.
Brunch.
So she goes out for brunch.
Bloody Marys.
I'm sorry, we don't have that for you.
Well, why not?
We don't serve alcohol to the guild. That's what the bars in town are for. Your guild dues cover eating a meal at every mealtime, but they do not cover your leisure activities like drinking.
You're no
A lot.
fun. She pulls out a flask.
I was gonna say you probably have a flask on you.
Just give me some tomato juice then.
The girl
bacon
that you're talking
infused.
to gives you a plate with a couple tomatoes on it.
Yeah, she's gonna go out to the outside.
Which outside? The courtyard or outside of the guild hall?
The courtyard.
Depending on how long they're out there training, you might actually still run into Ariel and Kenina outside.
That's the goal.
She run into Ariel and Kenina outside.
Nina, how long do we train for?
I would imagine that Kenina normally trains for about an hour, but because she has someone else with her who's not used to doing physical stuff, she probably slows down a little bit. We chat a little bit and it takes a little longer, so probably about a couple hours.
It sounds like they'd probably still be wrapped up before you get out to the courtyard.
That'd still only be like 8:30 at the most.
9, yeah.
Do you think we probably, after we got done training, probably went back and like sat down and chit-chatted while
That's
we
what I'm
waited for everybody
thinking.
else to wake up and find us?
We're probably in the breakfast area, just kind of chatting and nibbling and stuff
They're
like that.
watching Nixie try and order
Yeah.
a drink.
Not saying anything.
We're just like,
But anyways, yeah, so we'll go with that. That when you kind of came down into the breakfast area, you did your thing. We didn't notice you at first, and then
look at her trying to order.
once I see Ariel giggling over there, Sean Kenina will turn around and be like, "Oh, morning, Nixie."
She goes sit with them.
Morning, Nixie.
You're still a little itchy.
Yeah, you still have fleas.
Oh shoot, I never took a shower.
She's gonna sit down and be like, oh God.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll go shower. She's gonna go shower.
It's not like we really exactly said we bathed after our long trip home either.
You never smell yourself. They've been sweating all morning. It's a good time for everyone to go take a shower. And then, are we supposed to go back and meet with the guild leaders anymore? Or
I
are
think we're
we...
supposed to just like do our shopping, figure out what we want to do, and load a boat.
Yeah, they told us to let them know when we were ready to head off, I think, and then because they're doing some more research on the acts and all that, and then basically
Yeah, they definitely have some time that they need to spend studying over the stuff that you guys brought them, trying to figure out what it all means, what it's all connected to. And you were pretty much told to let them know when you guys were ready to go, and they would keep kind of an eye out for your return so that when you guys return, if they are ready, they will send for you right away.
So I think before Ariel went up to take a shower, she probably would have been like, I'm gonna go grab a shower, but I'd really like to go to the shop to get some more sorcery type things and some potions before we leave.
Oh yeah, that's definitely part of the plan. We'll head out soon.
All right.
We can do like a shopping trip together. Let's do a buddy shopping trip. Are you in on this, Nixie?
Sure, why not?
All right. And then she goes up to take a shower.
Nixie will also go shower.
Yeah, I guess Kenina will fall. We'll just go to the shower.
Ariel goes to take a shower, and then like 2 minutes later, the other two walk into the room. Couple hours would pass. You guys have all bathed. At any time, have you guys tried to get everyone back together?
Kenina will keep her eye out for Rem, but she's not going to go actively searching for him quite yet until we're kind of all dressed and ready and just about to head out.
So at some point, it sounds like they will find you, Rem.
After bathing, he probably would have gone back to his room, changed into some clean clothing, and then probably gone to, like, if not the mess hall, wherever the gathering place is.
So you've got the mess hall and you've got the guild entrance. Either way, eventually you'd find everybody.
Hi, Rem!
Oh, God. Hello, Nina.
Hey, fellow leader of mine. We're going to go out and shop. You want to come with?
Shop?
Yeah, we have to resupply, sell some of this old stuff that we have.
Get some potions, health potions.
Yeah, just some general restocking before we decide to head out on another adventure.
Did we keep anything we needed to actually sell?
You guys have some gems, I believe, that you could try and exchange out.
I thought the gems were in the treasure trunk that we gave to the guild, and then the guild gave us some money
I
from
think
it.
Nixie has some gems that were separate from everyone else. So Nixie has some extra stuff to sell, but the rest of you have the couple hundred gold that you guys all have.
In town, is there anywhere we can get, like, better than average gear? Better than what we have?
Or even average gear, because Ariel needs a quarterstaff. I don't have any sort of sorcerer anything.
Kenina has a whip.
I want to buy an actual cloak, not this flea thing.
Speaking of, as a result of your shower, go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. 9.
Yeah, you still feel a bit itchy after the shower.
Is there such thing as like a potion that I could put on me like we put on the back of the neck of a cat?
Do I notice the fleas, like, in the itching? Like,
You might notice her scratch every once in a while without really understanding why.
what are you doing?
My head is so itchy. I think I forgot to get the soap all out.
My question is, what did you do with the cowl that you had, like the little rag thing? Did you put it back on?
I would have put on new stuff. I wouldn't have put on dirty stuff, especially since I washed.
That's what I was wondering. I was just like, I know that was what you had like for a little while. Did you keep that now?
I put it in the hamper for the maids to wash.
Can I roll like a heal check to see if I notice why she's itching?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a heal check. Like basically, as you guys meet up, you notice that she's still kind of itching.
Why are you itching like that? Can I go ahead and look since she said she's itchy? Kenina's gonna kind of go over and like take a look at her hair and stuff.
Can you see if there's like, soap in my hair?
Okay.
I think I need to like go rinse it again.
Let me take a look.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
17.
You'd probably notice that there's a few fleas. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. 16.
You notice that she's got fleas and like back away, and you think that you've avoided having to deal with this problem yourself, but you can tell her what her problem is.
Did you see any like soap in there? This is why I don't shower that often.
I hate to tell you this, but you kind of have some little tiny insects living with you.
What? And she like scratches her head even more.
Don't do that. I think you'll
hearing
aggravate
this,
them.
will just be like, "That's disgusting," and he'll put his hand on her and do lay on hands and remove it.
Okay.
Thank you, Rem.
Don't touch her.
Didn't you just cure me?
They vaporize in radiant healing. So you have like this white smoke that smells really
What'd you
bad. coming
do?
from
I
for a second.
feel so much better.
And yeah, I'll kind of take a look at your hair. Is like,
Is it better now?
Yeah, so I'm gonna say, go ahead and shower more often.
Okay. I guess it wasn't a soap problem.
I guess not.
No, it was a soap problem, but not a too much soap problem. There's not enough soap problem.
I wonder if it was the blanket that I grabbed, because I wasn't itchy till I had that.
Yeah, let's not pick up goblin things either.
That's in my room.
Oh.
Okay, Nixie, I'm gonna need you to go to her room and just burn it.
Nina.
Sorry, Nina, you have to go to her room and just burn it.
Okay.
I think the guild might be upset if we do that.
They might be upset if we don't.
Maybe we should just.
So am I burning it or not burning it?
We're not burning
Kenina's
it.
like
I think.
4 steps away, just like,
How do we deal with? What if there's fleas now in my room?
Kenina
You
inches
can probably
forward to her.
pay a cleric to go cleanse it.
Okay. We need to find a cleric to cleanse my room.
You're in the guild. There's clerics everywhere. Go over to that table over
you
there.
guys are like in the front hall. You'd have like
Okay.
the like front desk.
I'm gonna go up to the front desk.
May I help you?
Yeah, so I think I might have brought fleas home.
Oh God, just stay back.
Is it
I don't want it,
I'm
please.
clean. Rem cured me. But I'm worried about my room
Are you
and going
sure?
back in there. Yeah.
Do you trust him?
Yeah. And I'm worried about my room and going back in there.
Do you share a room?
No, I don't share a room.
Okay, well that's good that you're patient 0 and we can end with it there.
Yeah, there's a rag in the laundry bin and I would probably burn it.
I will arrange someone to go take care of your room. Which number is it? And she jots down whatever number you tell her is the right number.
After letting them know, she goes back to the group. So, shopping?
Shopping, and we should maybe see someone about finding a boat, setting up passage, and not just walking down to the docks and expecting to walk on a boat.
I think the guild was setting up passage for
I think we
us.
Were
should
they?
talk to them.
Yeah, because they said they had something for us when we left, like either a mission or information. So.
Well, I remember they told us to tell them, where we wanted to go, and then that they'd help arrange stuff.
So yeah, you guys would be going to find some shops. You guys are really close to a like little craftsman's area that's been set up. It's got a woodworker, a leather worker, a clothier, and a blacksmith. You've also got a alchemist shop not too far away, and a general store just a little bit down the road.
All right. I need to go to an alchemist shop.
Me
and-
too. Yeah, and then I have this whip that I would like to sell off. It's kind of bulky. I don't think I can use it very well.
It's a whip. I thought it was your tail.
I don't have a tail ram.
Well, I understand
He's
that
not
now.
very observant. He's always grouchy about his own problems.
My what?
Nothing. wasn't talking to you. It was girl talk.
So Nixie, what would you like to go to first?
Well, I've got these. She like pulls out the handful.
That no one has seen before, ever.
Where'd you get those?
I found them.
Wow, shiny.
Yeah, can't do much with them like this though, so she'll probably find somewhere where I could get some money for them. She puts them back in her pocket.
Riven would probably head to the apothecary, sell off his potion of poison resistance.
Are you not staying with the group? Or is he just gonna go off on his own?
I think we're going to the apothecary first. Anyway.
Oh,
Sounds like it, right? Because alchemists or...
Yeah.
is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it looks like we're going to head to the alchemist shop first.
So is the party going to walk into the alchemist's place then?
Yes.
So as you all walk in,
what do we see as I look around?
there is a small gnome woman behind the counter, standing on what you would imagine is a platform, judging by how tall she is behind the counter for obviously a gnome. Around you see some random bottles. There's a bunch of herbs, both dried herbs, live herbs, like herb seeds. You could even buy some like live herb sprouts of your own if you would like. There are a few scrolls tucked in the shelves behind her. There's some parchment and quill in an area over on the side with some ink. Few alchemical components and things that would go into your spell pouches. Hello, can I help you?
Yes, I have a potion here I'd like to sell.
You do?
You?
Me? Me what?
Didn't you say to who?
No,
No.
you do.
Oh, yes.
Well, what is it?
It's a potion of poison resist.
And what do you want for it?
What's it worth?
I can tell you what I would buy it for about 15 gold.
All right.
Oh, that was easy. She fishes into a little coin box next to the counter and pulls out 15 gold pieces and sets it on the table. Now, wait, before I give you this, I'm going to test it real quick. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
Okay. Ram, go ahead and roll perception.
9.
With that, you just see her hop down from the counter. And here's some motioning behind the counter. Would you try and peer over as she's digging around back there?
Yeah, she's still waiting on my money.
Okay, then you see her, like, she hops down, uncorks the bottle, just dips her pinky in it and tastes it. Comes back up. This is indeed a potion of poison resist.
Yep.
Here's your 15 gold. And she hands you a handful of gold. It is, in fact, 15 gold pieces.
All right.
Hi there. I would like to buy a small healing potion, please.
A small healing potion.
Yes, please.
That'll be 30 gold pieces.
30 gold?
For you today, yes.
Perfect. All right, then. Works up for money.
And she grabs a small vial filled with a red, kind of semi-transparent, semi-glossy liquid.
Do you do any discount for healing
Unfortunately,
potions?
I can't do that for you because the more that I make, the longer it takes.
I'd like to get a couple healing potions as well.
Define a couple. Is a couple 2? Is a couple 3? Is a couple 4?
A couple
Would you like to
2,
buy 10?
a few would be 3, and some is 4.
So you want 3?
A couple would be 2.
So just say 2 then.
I'd like to get a couple healing potions, please.
Okay. She grabs 3 healing potions. That'll be 90 gold.
I give 60 gold. I'd like a couple.
So you'd like 2.
Yes.
Okay. Here's 2.
Thank you.
She hands you 2 healing potions, takes the 60 gold.
Do you have anything of like arcane focus type thing in this shop?
An arcane focus. I always thought that was something more that the wizards decided for themselves what they were gonna focus their magic through. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got some
I'm
interesting,
like some.
interesting implements that you might want to choose to focus your spells through.
Yeah. What do you have?
Well, if you look over here, I've got some wands, and if you look over here, I've got some orbs, and if you look over there, there's only a couple, but some people actually like to channel through a dagger. I don't hold it against them, but I keep a couple in stock just in case. And I've got a couple dried newts over here. Lizard folk really like to use those. I think it reminds them of their people.
how much is the dagger, and then how much is the orb?
Anything you choose to be a spell focus, I can sell you for about 25 gold.
Wonder if I could just buy a dagger and then sell my other one. 'cause I
I
already
might
have
be
two
able to
daggers.
actually go to like the Mages Guild and get something from them.
You think? Okay, maybe I'll do that then.
And I'm sure they probably have something on hand for people to channel their stuff. You know, you could probably talk to someone, at least get a better deal.
Yeah.
But we'll be saying this in whispers because we're both mages now.
Yeah, I'm discussing with Nina
Yeah.
about the
Both of
best
you go ahead and
way to
roll a
go
stealth
about
check.
this. 19. Oh no. So I'm really quiet, but she's not so.
Kenina has no volume control. She rolled a 5. So I think we should go to the
You know, on second thought, I think I'm gonna wait and see about some other places and then maybe come back if I need to.
Well, suit yourself. I got the best prices in town.
All right.
Would Kenina know anything about the Mages Guild and if they actually do provide that
I
service?
mean, you guys are all part of the guilds. Yes, you would.
Well, do they? Is my question to you.
Do they? They may not directly provide it, but they may have a handle on how a fledgling magic user may go about choosing their spell focus.
Because right now she has her holy symbol, and that's what she feels like she's been able to cast things because her god's been enabling her to do that, but she just feels like with this new power she needs to have something more.
So what does Nixie do after this kind of failed dealing?
She's going to ask if the shop owner has anything fun.
Fun in what way?
Like potions that do interesting things or, tricks or something like that.
Do you have anything in mind?
Not your run-of-the-mill potion or anything, but
Well, I've got this one, and she jumps off, climbs up a ladder behind the bench and grabs a potion out of one of the cabinets and climbs in. Well, I've got this one. And she holds in front of you a very small vial, and at the bottom of it, there's a layer of real dark stone gray, and swirling above it is a brown liquid with kind of a silver sparkle to it.
what does it do?
Well, if I made it right, what it'll do is it'll turn your skin to stone.
A potion of stone skin.
If I did it right, maybe.
How much?
50 gold.
How much would these be worth?
Oh, are you looking to make just a trade?
Sure.
Well,
They're not much good to me in this form.
she grabs one of the gems out of your hand and pulls out a small loop and looks at it. I can give you 50.
So, trade for the potion?
Yes.
Cool. Pleasure doing business with you.
I do have a question before I leave, when you're done.
We're done.
Remember to mark off that gem that you just traded.
Gems.
Oh, no, that was one.
That was just for one of them?
Yep. Is there anything any of the rest of you would like to do?
I had a question. Do you know
Sure.
Do you know where I might find a quarterstaff that could possibly have the arcane focus attached to it?
Well, first I will say, I don't use magic, so I don't know much about the whole arcane focus process. I just know that these are common things that wizards will choose to use as an arcane focus. As far as a quarterstaff, I would probably go to the woodworker. He's down the road that way about 300 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. I just wanted to double check before traveling there.
I mean, it's only a short walk.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ready to go, guys?
Would anyone else like to buy anything?
No, I think we're good here. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much. Did I do anything for her?
I bought
No,
something
she's
from you.
just always that polite.
She bought a potion from you.
So, thank you for buying potions from me.
Thank you for having a potion for me.
That's what I do. It's my job.
I appreciate it.
We're gonna be going on a adventure out to sea. Would there be anything you
Ooh,
might
fun.
suggest that we take with us?
A life jacket? I've got some potions of water breathing if you'd like to buy some.
How much are those?
100 gold each.
Holy crap! I think I'll take my chances.
Would anyone like to roll insight?
Yes.
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 Which one would like to roll insight?
I guess because I'm asking the question.
Okay.
15.
You get the feeling that it probably wasn't 100 gold before you told her what you were doing.
Oh.
Ah.
Gosh dang. She jacked up the price.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure potions of healing didn't really cost 30 gold elsewhere, too. So just the potion of water breathing, that's all? Nothing else fun?
Well, you did say that you're going on an adventure, so maybe a couple more potions of healing unless you have a good stock of them already.
Well, I can heal.
Well, then it sounds like that's not a problem for
And
you.
he can heal. I can just only heal so many times per day before I get super tired.
And that's what the potions are for.
Exactly.
I guess I'll actually go ahead and buy one more small healing potion.
Okay, that'll be another 30 gold.
Okie doke.
Can I do anything else for you, Flat?
I think that I'm...
Because it seems like every time I ask this, I manage to sell some more.
I think we're good unless you can come up with something else I might want to buy.
I mean, you might want to buy a lot of things.
I know. Can you come up with something good?
A potion of water breathing.
Nah, we already talked about that.
How about a potion of water walking?
Water walking? Why would I need to walk on the water?
I don't know.
In case you fall off the boat.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, how much is that one?
75 gold.
Huh. I think we're good here.
All right, next door?
Yeah.
All right, let's take this party elsewhere.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.
Thanks for your money.
We're going to the next place, Rem.
All right. He's just been wandering around the store. That's why he sounded far away.
This building's very small. Like, you probably weren't more than 15 feet away from him.
He was staring at petrified newts.
So where should we go next? I need to go to the woodworker and somewhere to get a cloak. So
What's the closest to us then?
Like, there's a whole craftsman's area, like, right behind the guild hall.
All right, let's go over to the craftsman's area.
all right.
Walking along, singing a song.
All right, so she's gonna go to the woodworking.
So, you go to the woodworker shop.
I go up to the... Hey, I was looking about getting a quarterstaff.
Oh. What kind of quarterstaff are you after?
An arcane quarterstaff.
I'm not a magic user.
I think she wants something that she can use to enhance her abilities. So something that would be a good base for that would be really cool.
I can give you a staff used for walking. I can give you a staff used for striking.
Oh, you should go with the striking one. Then you can use it as a weapon too. So something you can focus your abilities with and also smack someone in the face with.
I can give you a staff with a string attached to both ends that allows you to fire an arrow.
Like a bow?
Yes, I just described for you a bow. But
You
when
trying
you
to
take
trick
the
me?
string off, it's like a staff.
No. I'll take the striking.
Oh, can you like make it so that it has like a hollow in the top so we can put like a magical item in it? Something for her arcane focus?
Yes, I can customize it for a small fee.
That would be perfect.
Well, why don't you pick one out?
She picks out her favorite one.
Oh, interesting choice.
How much would this
After the
cost?
customization, how does 5 gold sound?
That sounds perfect. So she hands him... Wait. Do I pay you now or do I pay you when you're done? I think I'm going to pay you when you're done. How long will this take?
About 3 seconds.
Oh. And she puts it on the counter, the 5 gold.
He quickly, chucks it into a lathe that's ran by a foot pedal, kind of like a wool spinner. And he gets it ramped up a little bit. He takes a little tool, places it into the end, and carves a notch a couple inches into the wood.
Perfect.
Hands it back to you and holds out a hand for the money.
I had already put it on the counter, so you just scoot it towards him. If there is a counter.
He takes the money from you.
I, show it to Nina. Do you think this looks good?
Nina will kind of inspect it. Does it look like it'll hold something really well? Can we make sure that it actually does what we want it to do?
I mean, it might take a little effort to get something into it because you basically just told him make somewhere to put something and he has no idea what you're going to try and jam into it. He's got like just a hole bored into it that you might have to do a little bit more work to get something held in there, but he's not really working with anything that he can make a shape that it'll lock into.
Well, Ariel, what kind of thing do you want to put in the top here? There's all sorts of arcane focuses.
Like what?
Well, you can use like things like a crystal. You can use like that one alchemist woman said, Gizgiz. She said you can use like a dagger. You can attach something sharp and pointy to the end, or you can do something really pretty and ornate. So, what kind of thing are you going for? You want something practical, something flashy?
I don't know. Maybe I would know if I saw it.
Okay, I guess we can always come back here, but we do want to probably head out, so keep your eyes out while we're shopping, and then if you see something, we might come back and ask him to make some more adjustments.
I kind of liked the orbs that were at the other place. Do you think I should just go back there and get one, or do you think I should wait and get it at the guild?
Yeah, I think we should check with the guild first. I think they might be able to set you up with a slightly better deal.
Okay, so if I can't manage to get an orb or something in this, do you think I could bring it back and have you fix it? Plop it in for me?
Might be a small fee to do the work for you.
Is it gonna be another 5 gold?
Maybe, maybe not. It all depends on the level of effort you'd like me to put into it.
Okay, well, we'll just keep that in mind, I guess.
Next stop.
I would like to go to a place that would buy my whip and spears and stuff, so.
To the armory!
Pretty much.
So you go to probably the blacksmith.
So, guys, let's go over to the blacksmith. I have a couple weapons I want to sell off that I won't need.
Okay.
Hello! I would like to sell some things.
Oh, you'd like to sell some things to me, would ya?
Yeah.
Well, what'll it be?
So I have a couple things here. We just got back from a super long journey. It was really neat. You should ask Nixie about it. She did a really cool epic about all of the things we did. But yeah, these are some of the things we brought back with us. And she'll kind of bring out her whip and one of the spears that she has. Put it on the counter.
Where did this spear come from?
Like where I got it?
Yeah.
Okay, one second. We have some spears from the kobolds from Doyton's cult.
The man behind the counter looks down at the spear and goes, "Why would I buy this from you?"
Because it's a weapon, and you buy weapons here.
I'll give you 3 copper for it.
That's it?
Surely melting down the metal would be more than 3 copper.
Surely melting down the metal will taint whatever metal I'm already working with. He picks it up and kind of twirls in his hand. This has got to be some of the worst workmanship I've ever seen. I hope you didn't spend good money on this. Whoever did it is less than an amateur.
No, like I said, we brought it back with us from our adventuring, so.
It has story behind it.
Yeah, story. I've learned that story doesn't really sell weapons. But if you'd like, pitch to me. What's the story behind this piece of garbage?
So.
Here we go.
Nixie pulls out her fiddle and starts singing the epic song.
So we mighty adventurers set out from the guild to save the town. We were given a quest to find some clues about this mysterious attack that happened the other night. I'm sure you heard about it.
Nope, no clue.
What do
no
you...
idea what you're talking about.
You know when the bells
siege
went off
on the city?
Oh, you're saying that you were part of that.
Yes, we were part of that, and we were given a mission by the guild, the Adventurers Guild, to go out and find out who caused the attack and to solve the issue with it.
And what mighty beast did this slay?
This was a mighty kobold. He was a fearsome beast. Took several chunks out of some of our comrades, and it took quite a fight to get him down. And this one member of our group, Gimbal, he pulled out some knives, and he was just like, and then she'll kind of demonstrate just like with nothing in her hands, just like whatever motion she thinks he did. And she slashed in the ribbons, and thus we were able to defeat him. But then several more came out with more spears and more attacks. But then this one really big guy with this one really big spear, this spear that you're holding in your hands, he came at us, and yeah, it was an intense fight.
So what you're telling me is this spear slayed humans.
It didn't kill
Quite
anybody.
a few humans. So it hasn't killed anybody.
It damaged several party members who were on the brink of death, but we managed to save them.
So I can sell this with the story of the mighty human-slaying spear, held once by a kobold leader.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't think that story's going to work well in this part. Looks around. Human. I don't think these people are gonna want to buy a human-slaying spear.
Well, there were some dwarves and half-elves on our group, too.
Okay, so it is just
It's a mighty spear that attacks...
mighty kobold spear, slayer of the races of men, killer of mortal beings.
It's mighty. It might be an interesting novelty from an item from a great villain, and then this is like the thing that we brought back. What
if I'll give you 5 silver for it?
I think that sounds really good.
I will give you 5 silver, simply for the fact that I am amused by the story you have told.
I'll take it. Okay.
Goblin and kobolds, their weapons aren't that great.
I know. Okay, so what about this whip here? This one is a similar story to it, but this was of a different type. This was wielded by...
I'll give you a silver piece so that I can sell it to the stable master.
I think you should just go sell it to the stable master.
Okay. She'll say not too quietly. Well, thank you for buying the spear. I guess I'll hold on to the whip for now and see what I can do.
Suit yourself. Would anyone like to buy anything? I've got this mighty spear, once wielded by a giant kobold that has killed many men. 10 gold. Would anyone like to buy this amazing spear, slayer of man? Could be used to take over this very city.
Rem, were you needing anything here before we leave?
Nope.
All right, let's go.
You with the hulking mass, would you like to buy this spear?
Nope.
Slayer of men, once wielded by a great kobold leader.
I think you're gonna need to find a different way to describe it to be able to sell it.
Technically, he's building off of Kenina's pitiful story, so Okay. We'll make our way out.
Sold to me by a great demon.
He's calling you a demon, Nina. You should burn his shop.
Did you say this out loud in a shop?
As we're walking out.
Kenina will just kind of just be like, well, have a good day, and I'm not a demon. Yeah, okay, and she'll kind of walk away.
To a place that sells a cloak?
Yeah, so either the place that sells a cloak or the stable masters, whatever the closest.
Yeah, next one on the way.
Cloak.
We're going to like the tailor or something?
Sure.
Okay. So we go to the tailor. Hello.
Hi.
I'm looking for a hooded cloak.
And what color?
How about like a dark blue? Can you do a dark blue?
I can. She walks over to a wall, and it's literally a wall that's got a hanger full of cloaks on it. How does this one look? And it's like a dark midnight blue, almost black. It's got a slight shimmer to it.
May I try it on?
I don't see why not. And she hands it out to you, taking the little hanging off of it.
She tries it on, and how far does the hood? That's the main thing she wants to know, is like how the hood fits.
This one's got a pretty close fitting hood. Like, think of those sweatshirts that are kind of shitty, like company sweatshirts that fit a little tight.
I think this is a little bit smaller than what I'd like. I'm hoping for something with a deep hood.
I see. I could modify this one. I could stitch a new hood to it. I think I've still got some of the material left. Or if you'd like to just walk out with one now. She starts shifting through the cloaks again, pulls out a couple, puts them back, just kind of shaking her head. And she finally pulls out one. It's not the same blue. It's more of a navy blue, quite a bit lighter. It doesn't have that same kind of like gloss to it, but you can tell as she takes it down and hands it to you that it has a much deeper hood to it.
I'd like to try that one on.
And she's handing it to you.
Okay, and she puts it on and puts the hood up. Does it go pretty far at like...
Oh, this one's got like a large billowing hood. Like you could cram a watermelon into this hood.
How much would this one be?
She looks like she's looking at it on you. I think I can part with this one for about... How does 3 gold sound? It's not some of my best materials, but I think it looks fine on you.
Thank you. Sure. 3 gold is good. And she reaches in and gives her 3 gold. Leaves it on. What do you guys think?
That looks really good on you.
You like this color?
Yeah.
It's not exactly the blue I was thinking, but I think it'll work. I like the hood.
Very mysterious.
Yeah.
It's mostly to cover my eyes when they glow.
Well, let me see. Put the hood up and let me take a look.
And she makes her
If you'd
eyes
like,
glow.
I can make a hood like that for this cloak, but it's going to run you a bit more for the custom job.
How long would it take, though? Because I think we're going to be leaving pretty soon.
It'd take a couple days, but
Yeah, I
if
probably...
you're returning, I could have it ready for you when you get back. If not, I can always sell it to someone else. I'm sure someone would like to buy it.
I don't want to put you out, and I don't know when we're going to be returning. So I'll just go with this for now, and then if we come back and we plan to stay a while, I'll come see you.
All right.
Will kind of peer into her hood to see
And
how...
she's making her eyes glow.
Seeing that as like a deep hood, you're probably slightly, dimmed,
I was gonna say if your eyes are glowing, there's probably a little bit of a glow coming.
Is there a little
from
bit
the
of light
hood.
coming?
Well, I mean, like just out of the opening of the hood.
Well, you can see your glowiness a bit, but it's pretty covered by the hood. You just have to pull your hood a little bit lower. And she kind of
Okay.
tugs down the hood a little tiny bit so it's covering your eyes.
I'll keep that in mind. All right, guys, I think I'm all good. So whenever you guys are ready, besides getting the arcane focus
Yeah.
from the guild.
Yep, I just have to visit the stable master real quick and I'm all done.
To the stable master.
Go to the stable masters. Kenina, as she kind of walks in, will just be like, "Hi there.
Hello.
Hi there. I have this whip here that I'd like to sell. I've heard that you might be interested in buying something like this."
Well, I'm not really in the market for it, but I mean, I could always use a backup. What are you trying to get for it?
How does 3 silver sound?
Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Oh, she'll hand it over.
Pulls out a couple silver pieces, hands you 3 silver, and takes the whip.
Okay.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day. And we leave.
Did we have more shops to go before we go back to the guild?
No, I think we were just gonna keep an eye out to see if you saw anything that you really liked as an arcane focus, but otherwise we're going back.
Rem, did you have anywhere else to go?
Nope.
All right, Ariel's gonna go back. Dina, do I go to the Mages Guild?
Yeah, you're one of us now, so let's go. I know some people.
So she's gonna go with Nina to the Mages Guild.
I'll take her to whoever I know to be kind of the best person about this. If Beery, Mistress Beery is around, then I'll kind of go to her. Otherwise, I'll go to whoever next would know the most about this and what to choose and how to pick and where to find something that would be good.
I don't even know if I've joined the Mages Guild at this point.
It's all the same guild hall. It's really just where you're focusing your studies.
So would you have to do something to change your focus of studies, or?
There would be a official process change, but Ariel wouldn't necessarily be leaving the clergy as her main branch either, because she is still a divine focused sorcerer. She might just start taking up more knowledge in the arcane school as well.
Okay.
So probably should talk to Beery about that anyways, right?
So yeah, we'll look for Beery first.
Well, you guys were supposed to go see them to let them know that you were ready to leave. You could try and roll the 2 conversations into one. Otherwise, it might be better to find someone else, because the guild masters have
Other things to do.
important things to be worrying about, that they don't just allow you guys to come in and out on a just whenever. It's just like, hey, I just feel like having a chat. Arcane focuses.
It was mostly if we saw her on the way to or from something, but yeah, okay, well.
Oh no, They're busy. You guys gave them quite the project to work on yesterday.
Okay, well, so knowing that they're doing intense research, then I guess we'll try to find someone else first, unless as we're walking in, we kind of know that we're going to try to find her in an arcane focus. So unless anybody else wants to kind of just hit the road and tell the guild masters we're ready to pull on out.
Rim's gonna go to his room and start packing.
If they don't have something for me, if they say that I have to go buy it, then I won't be ready. I'll need like 5 minutes or whatever to go buy it real quick.
Oh yeah, that's no problem. Well, I'll run back with you and we'll just buy up something real quick, and then you'll have something at least.
Nixie,
Are we like getting on the boat soon?
that
Yeah.
all depends on you guys.
Well, we still have to let them know that we're pretty much ready, and then that depends on the arrangements they make.
Rem's going to his room. Ariel and Kenina are trying to find probably one of the teachers in the mages wing of the guild. Are you gonna stick with them, go to your room, go back to the mess hall, go to the bar?
She's gonna go to her room.
Okay. So, Ariel and Kenina, you guys make your way over to, like, Kenina has studied through the mages before and would know of a teacher, a very old elf woman. You know her as Mistress Galanadel. She is a 250-year-old elf woman.
Yeah, we'll go find her and...
So you walk into her office and she's busy at work. You see she has a book propped up on the edge of her desk and she's got a long roll of parchment and she's just quickly scribing into it. And she looks up. Oh, hello, Kenina.
Well, hi there.
What can I do you for right now?
So here, my buddy, this is Ariel. Hey, hi, Ariel.
Hi.
Hello,
I pulled
Ariel.
the hood back a little bit.
It's nice to meet you. Formally, at least.
Yeah, so she recently discovered that she has some magic abilities, more so than when we went out on our adventure. So I would like to help her discover an arcane focus that she could use and help hone her abilities.
I see. Kenina, do you remember how you got your focus? I understand it's been a long time for you, having discovered your talents at such a young age.
Yeah, I remember I kind of just, I have this piece of obsidian I usually keep with me, and this kind of just helps focus in and lets me hear my magic.
And though it may have been a long time that Kenina's had hers, she does remember a bit of it as the right track. Your arcane focus isn't really something that is given to you, but it's something that speaks to you, something that you just feel you can use to control your magic. What type of magic have you found yourself skilled in?
Well, I've been able to put like this magical armor on. The things I can do is heal people, but I can also cast some things that aren't really necessarily healing. They're more...
So would you say that the healing of others kind of speaks to you? Where does that come from for you?
What happened was I was praying and holding my cross necklace here, and then I got knocked out, and when I woke, I had different skills.
I understand. Does your cross call out to you?
Well, I used to, when I prayed, I held it.
Yeah, I remember you said your god talks to you, right? Is that something
Yeah.
that you hear from? Does this help you hear better then?
I guess we've been so busy and fighting. I haven't really focused on what was really happening.
Well, if it's something important to you, like how my piece is important to me, then perhaps that's actually your arcane focus. You don't actually have to find something else. If that's something that calls to you, then that'll probably work.
And as you guys are talking, Mistress Galanadel just kind of leans back in her chair and crosses her fingers and kind of slowly nods, listening to your guys' conversation.
So you think it was this cross the whole time that was helping me?
Probably. So Mistress Glanadel, you kind of talked to me about how my piece spoke to me. Do you think this is the same with her?
I think especially given her inclination towards divine magic cast through the arcane channels, that her closeness to her god is what has allowed her to branch out into this kind of magic.
How silly, and I almost bought something. For how much was
Quite a bit of money, but
Yeah.
I'm glad we saved you a trip by going and talking to people who know their stuff.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm glad that I could help you figure out what you were struggling with. Is there anything else I can do for the two of you?
I think that was enough. That was you're a great help. That was really good guidance. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you answered a lot of questions.
Only I didn't. You guys found the answer for yourselves.
I guess, yeah.
I just helped guide you in the right direction.
I guess that's what great teachers do. She's being cheesy because she's very socially awkward.
She nods and kind of bows at the two of you.
So should we go find the others and see if we're all ready to meet up with the guild leaders?
Yeah, I think we've taken care of everything. Well, thank you, Mistress Grenadelle. Have a good day.
Ram, what are you up to?
He's packed his bag and now he's waiting in the front room to see people.
So he's just
Sitting there with a bag at his feet. Soldier's pack.
packed up and ready to go. Grab everything that you felt was important out of your room.
And he's got like a few changes of clothes, his armor, his weapons, some food, all that kind of stuff. And then he's just kind of waiting in the front hall till he sees everybody so he can grab them up and be like, all right, let's go talk to the...
Nixie, you had gone up to your room. What is it that you do?
What time is it?
After all of the walking around and doing stuff, it'd probably be 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Yep. About when all the bards wake up.
So Ariel now finished our stuff. We'll kind of start heading back to our rooms. We'll decide to start packing up.
Well, Nixie, while everyone else is dealing with their thing, what are you doing after you go to your room?
So Nixie goes up to her room and sits on her bed for a minute and is just very deep in thought. And she grabs a piece of parchment and writes a quick note, grabs all of her things, drops the note in Kenina's room, and just walks out of the guild fairly briskly because she doesn't want to get caught by anybody, asking what she's doing or anything.
I mean, you guys were already in and out of the guild already today. No one would really raise any questions as they see you leave because that's what you guys do as part of the Guild of Adventurers. So you make your way out of the guild hall.
Yep.
And where do you head from there?
To the road out of town.
So you're gonna stay in the valley.
I'm not getting on a boat if that's what you mean.
You could maybe try and find a room at a tavern not quite so close, or if you want, you can venture off back to...
She's hitching a ride, heading out of town, in the back of a wagon.
All right, you and I can talk about where Nixie has decided to go in the future. So, Ariel and Kenina, Rem has walked out into the front hall. He's got his pack set down in front of him.
Okay, so we're leaving down from the Mages Guild. We go into the hall and see Rem.
Yeah, like in the main hall.
So I'll be like, "Oh, hey Rem! Wow, you're all packed up, aren't you?"
Yes.
Okay. Well, we finished what we needed to do. We got Ariel her arcane focus, which she had all along.
I had the whole time.
Imagine that.
You're so grumpy. Why can't you be happy sometimes?
He's totally happy. He's smiling on the inside.
Yes, look at me. I'm a big ball of sunshine.
Oh well, we got her figured out with their magic, and we just need to pack up our things real quick, and we'll be right down. Let me go grab Nixie, and
I'll meet you guys back down here.
Okay, we'll see you soon.
Make it quick.
Okay. And she hops in.
Go to our rooms.
He's actually going to walk over to the front desk lady and tell her, hey, as soon as my traveling companions get back, we're going to need to talk to the big head honchos in charge.
All right, I'll go and let them know that... who are you again?
I'm Rem.
I'll let them know that Rem and his traveling companions
They know who we are.
Are
Just let them know
seeking a meeting.
we're going to be heading out soon and they wanted to talk.
I'll go and let them know.
All right, you do that.
You may have a seat.
Op 2. Let's get this done.
Ariel,
Yes.
you open the door to your room. It is spotless. Your stuff is largely still there. That hamper that you had thrown the flea rag in, gone. No idea where it is. No idea where anything else that was in it is, but the rest of your stuff is like pristinely put away.
I still have stuff.
Yeah, your backpack is still there and everything. If you could somehow feel magic, you would feel that something magical happened while you were gone.
All right, I'm gonna smile real big and go in and pack my stuff up.
All right, and Kenina, would your door have been locked?
I imagine it wouldn't be after someone left a
But
note in
would
there.
would it have been?
Yeah, it would have been locked.
Nixie, would you have spent the time to lock her door after you left too?
Yes.
Okay.
Because a good lockpick always covers their tracks.
So you go into your room and are kind of surprised to find a piece of parchment laid in the middle of your bed.
I don't remember this being there. So I'll go over and pick it up, open it up. So it says, "My dearest companions, I'm off to share the story of our adventure. Wish me luck. May we meet again. Art, Nixie." So Kenina's just gonna kind of stare at this for a second, fold it back up, unfold it again, just do like a double take. She'll kind of look for anything else on it, and she'll just be like, "What? Nixie? Nixie?" And she's gonna go run out of her door just screaming Nixie all the way. Nixie! Nixie! Nixie, where are you?
Did you drop the letter or did you keep
I
it
have
with
it
you?
with me. It's in my hand.
Okay, Ariel, you're going to hear Kenina running down the hallway just yelling Nixie.
Like there's something wrong, so I'm gonna run out there. What's wrong, Nina?
As soon as she sees you, she's just gonna like collide into you like, "Ariel! Look at this letter! Look!" She'll just kind of wave it in your face like too close for you to read.
Whoa, and I grab the letter and like hold it a little bit further away.
At this point, Nina's kind of like almost hyperventilating, like,
Wait, she's leaving us?
we have to find her. She can't have gotten far. I mean, she's gonna share our story, but she's not part of the story anymore. We have to go.
Is she in her room? Maybe she's still there waiting.
I was just gonna go check. So, running to her room, I'm gonna grab Ariel's arm and drag her with me as I go run to the room.
Apparently I'm not as fast.
So you guys run. Well, I guess Kenina runs. Ariel is dragged
Yeah.
to Nixie's room. You open the door. There's stuff in there, but none of Nixie's personal belongings appear to still be in the room.
So Nina's gonna kind of dive in there, and she'll kind of let Ariel go by the doorway, and she'll just be like looking everywhere, looking at all of her stuff, looking under the bed, looking just like out the window.
Roll perception. 10. On the writing desk, you see an open bottle of ink and a quill just laid on the desk.
Yeah, I'll kind of take a look at it, and I'll see like if it looks like it's been recently used, if it's like the same shade of ink, that kind of thing.
Well, I write all the time, so I might know how old the ink is, or how long the ink on the brush might have been.
If you guys pick up the ink on the quill is still fairly damp. It's kind of tacky.
The quill's still kind of wet. She couldn't have gotten far.
Well, we have to go see her. We have to at least say goodbye before she leaves. She just up and vanished, and she's
All right, let's go find her. Ariel's gonna grab Nina at that second and pull her out of the room and, okay, let's go then.
Yeah, so we'll kind of I'll still be holding, Nina will still be holding the paper, and then we'll kind of leave, and Nina's not gonna even bother closing the door. She's just gonna kind of bolt out of
Rush
there.
out the room and head downstairs, go searching.
She'll see Rem, and she'll kind of just start charging at him and just being like, Rem, look at this.
Oh God.
Nina just pretty much bolts at him like she did with Ariel and just tries to run smack dab into him. Rem, look at this. And she'll just kind of hold it in front of your face like she did with Ariel.
You like lean back a little bit, kind of glance at it, and be like, "Well, I guess she's smarter than us.
She's
It's her right. It's her prerogative. She doesn't want to keep going. Can't blame her.
But we didn't even get to say goodbye.
That is her goodbye.
But it's so informal.
Perhaps she felt that would be easier for you.
But
A clean break.
I'm not gonna hear her to perform again, or
Well, all you can hope for is that maybe this small story she has will be told again and again, and you can hear from her that way.
But like at this point, Kenina's kind of calmed down somewhat, but she has like tears running out of her eyes.
Deep breath. We gotta go talk to people.
But Nixie.
He's just gonna like grab her by like the back of the collar and start walking towards the desk.
You go to the front desk. What do you do at the front desk?
She asks if she's seen, and she describes Nixie. If she's seen her today or pass by and leave.
I saw her earlier today. She was with all of you.
Yeah, and we went shopping, and then
I thought you guys all came back.
we came back. You didn't see her leave again?
Oh,
Nina's just gonna kind of shove the note over, and I was like, but she left this note. She left again without us.
Rim's just gonna grab her arm and like pull it down. Be like, can we talk
that's
to the
unfortunate.
guild masters now?
Yes. And she opens the door to let you guys into the back room. And I think we are going to call it a night there. We will start again in a couple weeks with you guys meeting with the guild masters. Give Nixie time to roll a new character. Thank you for listening to our first episode of the Erylian Epic. We really hope you enjoy this new story we have planned for you. Caitlin will be returning with a new character in the future. With this change in storyline, we'd really love to hear from you guys. You can email us at feedback@adventuresinirelia.com or reach out to us on Twitter under the Twitter handle AureliaPod.